learn. I started watching a really interesting video about glue, and I was like, fuck, content. Okay. Fuck, I need to verify myself on YouTube. God damn it, I don't have descriptions. Bruh. Where's Discord? At creatures, I have a Discord. Fuck, link is on my account. Creatures. God, I love my yeah. No, I've not done my push-ups yet. Hello. Hello, hi. 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 Wait, do I have chat up? I do. Hello. Hello. Is Twitch good? There's a storm. Well, there was a storm. There was a bit of thunder. Before the thunder. Hello. Wait, is there on Twitch like a category, like study along or like educational? Yeah, because I realize I have like an hour and a half or two of like latest that I can go out. And I started watching a really interesting video about glue, and I was like, fuck, content. Twitch, main categories. What about all the categories? Can I see all the categories? Browse. Category. Chatting. URL. Art. GeoGuessr. Chess. ASMR. Social events, music. That's one that I will be live streaming on in the future. Slots. Is there? DJs. Surely there is one. Software and game development. Well, if there's software and game development, creative educational game. Is it just education? Do you guys are eco. These are literally games. Math. I'm not doing math. Dude, science! Let's make a category on Twitch that is just science, bro! Surely, science. There's no science! W science! Bro, I don't care. Oh my god, I'm streaming in Dark Souls. Fuck Twitch, man. I'm streaming in Dark Souls. There's games, and there's like, is Pokemon White? I don't know what that is. I'm not streaming in League of Legends. Fuck League of Legends. Oh my god, right? So earlier, I had a little bit of time, and I was like, fuck, I want to play a game of League. Right? And I queue up, right? I get, ADC, right? I asked to switch for first pick, right? I pick Hwei, and the support goes, man, why not pick normal ADC? Fuck you, I'm playing Yumi. I queue support to play with a normal ADC. Yeah, no, that didn't go great. Dark. Dark Souls Remastered. Yep. Done. Okay. Right. So, do you know how glue works? I mean, I technically understand how glue works, right? The surface of areas is not very smooth, right? The glue just seeps into every crack and solidifies, right? Like glue, right? But I started watching this, and interest is very peaked. And also, I want to practice some of the constellations. I got an idea on how I could like memorize and learn them a bit better. So yeah, are we okay? Good here. That's a bit big, isn't it? Hold up. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like the cat. Do we accept the cat? I like the cat.
Here are 2 metal cylinders and a single drop of superglue. Once it sets, you can literally hang from that one drop of adhesive.
Oh my god! That is crazy.
So how is superglue so strong?
Whoa.
That's what I want to find out. And along the way, we're going to learn how it sets so quickly, why it's so good at sticking to skin, how it saves lives, and how it might even help solve our plastic...
Glue is used in like fucking hospitals and shit. Sometimes it is just the best solution
problem. Plus, if it's so strong...
One single drop.
And speaking out of my ass, but I think if you like get a wound, like a quite deep wound, and the only thing you have around you is super glue, I mean, yeah, clean it up so it's kind of dry and glue it.
Can easily lift over 3 tons.
Why is it weak in certain circumstances?
Yep. Shipping a Bali. Monkey.
In 1942, the U.S. was at war, and to accelerate the production of gun sights, the Eastman Kodak Company was looking for a clear plastic that could be cast, instead of grinding glass lenses. Chemist Harry Coover was working on a compound called cyanoacrylate. It looked promising, but it had the unfortunate tendency to stick to everything it touched. Coover called it a severe pain. And as the war wound down, Kodak gave up on finding a plastic replacement and kept on making gun sights out of glass. By 1951, Coover was again trying to develop a clear plastic, this time for jet plane canopies. If he could just solve the stickiness problem, cyanoacrylate could work. Coover showed the material to his coworker, Fred Joyner, but gave him strict instructions.
I told him, look, don't take a refractive index of this material. If you do, you're going to wreck the refractometer because it's going to stick it together.
But after testing 909 other compounds, Joyner had forgotten. So he prepped the 910th test by smearing cyanoacrylate between 2 prisms. After taking the measurement, Joyner discovered he couldn't pull the prisms apart. He panicked. The refractometer, worth nearly $10,000 adjusted for inflation, was ruined. But instead of getting angry, Coover had a flash of insight. He got a sample of cyanoacrylate and began gluing together anything within reach. Glass plates, rubber stoppers, metal spatulas, wood, paper...
Yeah, constellations of stars. Yeah. Yeah, from that, because last stream, yesterday, and leaves. I have an idea on how to study. Because I don't know how to study, really, right? So, in primary school, shit was easy, right? I never needed to study. I did not really learn the concept of like going home and studying, doing homework, really, right? Until I had to, until shit was not so easy, and I also started smoking weed. But that was as a result of other things, right? Not gonna lie, I find it very interesting that so many things that we use every day were originally made in some... Yeah. No, so true.
In all different combinations.
And the war times were in fucking... of, what's it called? Well, solutions to problems, that's for one, right? To make it, to optimize things, right?
He said,
there was a need for
everything stuck to everything, almost instantly, and with bonds I could not break apart. With this discovery, he dubbed the compound Eastman 910 adhesive, as it was the 910th substance tested in the company's search. But nowadays, everyone calls this superglue.
So how does it work so quickly with such strength on so many different things?
Bonds almost anything. A plastic knob, a plastic plug, a rubber boot, a metal brooch, a fishing rod, a cycle grid model, planes and model, trains, a doorknob screw, a flashlight case, a broken trim.
Well, superglue in the tube is a liquid of identical monomer molecules. The molecule is ethyl cyanoacrylate. When you put it between two surfaces, the liquid flows into all the pores and crevices. Then the monomers start reacting with each other, joining to form long
that's the basic understanding
chains.
I had, right?
This turns the glue from a liquid into a solid. And at this point, it can no longer be pulled out of the cracks and crevices, so it's stuck in place, and the two surfaces are connected. If you're ever trying to glue surfaces that are too smooth, this is probably the reason superglue sticks poorly. There are few crevices or pores for it to cling to. To fix this, you can sand the surfaces to introduce some surface texture. That way, when the liquid glue solidifies, it's stuck in the cracks.
But what triggers the monomers to solidify instead of staying liquid like they are in the tube?
Well, ethyl cyanoacrylate is primed to react because it has two double bonds and one triple bond close together.
This incoming.
What makes it so reactive is you have a double bond attached to a nitrile group and an ester group. And the unique part about that is the chemistry of those groups would make that double bond so electron deficient.
The oxygen and the nitrogen atoms attract electrons more than the carbons.
Yeah.
So that leaves this carbon slightly positively charged.
Okay.
It is
We're following, yes.
And anything even slightly electronegative, it will attack and it'll start a reaction.
In the presence of a negative ion, the carbon double bond breaks and four single bonds form. But the nitrile and ester groups are so electronegative, they pull the extra electron across the molecule, making this carbon negative. That invites another slightly positive carbon on a separate monomer to attack. And now they're chemically linked together, the start of a polymer chain.
And once that goes, now it has the ability to go react with all those other superglue hungry monomers and rapidly polymerize. It's a really, really chemically reactive species.
That single initiator started a chain reaction. The next monomer again pulls across the electron, and more monomers bond together, forming longer and longer chains until the superglue has solidified.
Well, that's not superglue. That's other glue.
It normally takes between 10 and 30 seconds to set. This was much faster than other adhesives available in the 1950s. A lot of glues, like white glue and glue sticks,
glue
drying out.
Glue made out of horse.
You have to wait for the water to evaporate.
But with superglue, it's almost the opposite. While I was prototyping Snatoms, I 3D printed these plastic shells and superglued them together. One day, I was trying to open a bottle of superglue where the cap had gotten glued onto the nozzle, so I tried twisting it off with my teeth. But the bottle exploded, filling my mouth with superglue. And I was thinking, well, I might have a few seconds to spit it out with the saliva in my mouth before it set, but the superglue actually hardened immediately. It stuck to my teeth and my tongue. I had to get my now wife to pick it out of my teeth with tweezers. Luckily, it didn't glue together anything essential. I think it's because it solidified so rapidly. And the reason it did that is because the polymerization of superglue is actually triggered by water.
Really?
Specifically, it's the slightly negative oxygen atoms in the polar water molecule and the negative hydroxide ions in water that often break open the carbon double bond, initiating the formation of chains. And water is everywhere. I mean, there's moisture in the air, little bits of water on most surfaces, or absorbed into materials like fabrics. That's why superglue sets rapidly on almost every surface. Each water molecule can initiate the formation of a polymer chain.
Wow.
There's a forensic technique that uses superglue fumes to pull fingerprints from non-porous surfaces. When you grab something, your hand leaves behind moisture and oils that are perfect for superglue to bind with. And this also makes skin ideal to stick to. There are a lot of wrinkles and pores for superglue to seep into.
I've never watched any
Plus,
Saw
the protein
movies.
collagen has a number of negative regions that can initiate the polymerization reaction and bond directly with a monomer. So your skin is the perfect sort of surface for superglue to stick to. And that's why it's so hard to get out.
I don't like that. I did not like that.
Literally become part of the polymer chain. There's a medical case study where someone got cyanoacrylate all over his hands, so he quickly went to wash it off with soap and water. But that accelerated the polymerization reaction, and his hands were stuck together.
So he went to multiple medical professionals, and he got terrible advice. They tried alcohol, water, and soap. They also attempted physical separation, and he went to consult cosmetic surgery, but finally someone suggested acetone. Acetone, or nail polish remover, dissolved the glue and released his hands.
Oh.
Now, unfortunately, the bottles for some types of superglue look incredibly similar to those for eye drops. So there are hundreds of cases of superglue directly into their eyes.
Ew!
In that case, acetone is
Can you imagine? Oh no! Ow! Oh! Sorry, slight overreaction.
Don't try to just seek medical attention.
Oh, let me just some eye drops.
To demonstrate this and promote his new product, Hoover went on a game show. He showed that with only a single drop of glue, he could lift himself and the host into the air.
Here we go, 1 drop of glue.
Imagine you're like, fuck, I closed the tab. Imagine you're like basically blind, right? And you say, let's wear lenses. Not even. Maybe you just want to put in some nice eye drops before putting on your glasses. You know, it can hurt to see well sometimes, right? You know, panhilaring just some oculare. Oh, but my eyes, they're kind of dry. Let me just get some eye drops. I know where they are. They're in that drawer. He doesn't know why put the glue in the drawer. No. I did close the tab though. I don't even like reading that glue in the eye. Can you see? You can see. Sorry.
Your eyelids just medical
jump scare.
Like this and promote his new product. Hoover went on a game show. He showed that with only a single drop of glue, he could lift himself and the host into the air.
Here we go, 1 drop of glue.
That is impressive.
After 24 hours, it would support something like 15,000 pounds.
1 drop of glue. Now, Doctor, you must be very proud of this. I imagine many years of research went into its discovery, huh?
No, as a matter of fact, there wasn't, Gary. This discovery was purely by accident.
Bully for you.
Superglue polymers are almost all single chains running linearly
like a lot of
between
science
surfaces.
discoveries.
They have a directionality to them, kind of like wood grain. The chains are densely packed with some cross-linking.
The cat is flowing through!
Fairly rigid, and it's about as hard as a hard hat. This makes it strong in tension. Under tension, superglue is strongest when you pull in the same direction as the chains.
The tensile strength of superglue can be upwards of 25 megapascals, which is similar to other polymers.
Meaning a square patch just 5 centimeters on a side could suspend a fully grown African elephant. But superglue also has its weaknesses. It is brittle, so if there's a sudden impact, it just kind of falls apart.
As the superglue is very quickly reacting, it usually produces really short
Don't worry, I only have 2 minutes.
chains that have a matrix with built-in stress. Anytime you have stress in a material, it's a potential failure point. The thing that makes it a really good adhesive is kind of its Achilles heel. In some cases, polyethylene, polypropylene, nylons, like those squishy plastics, their polymer chains and their chemistry are such that they can absorb a lot of impact. If a force comes, they'll kind of deform. Whereas in the chains of a superglue polymer, it doesn't have the ability to do that.
Hello, people. Good evening.
will come and it'll physically break those rigid bonds, and
How's
it'll
your Saturdays
also
going?
kind of be absorbed in those stress points, and it'll cause
Glue, huh?
a fracture.
Funny thing.
Superglue is also weak if a force is applied perpendicular to the polymer chains. That is, it's weak in shear. During this shear test, the stress releases, breaking the superglue bond.
So shear is kind of a combination of forces. So you kind of have like a compression and like a friction going on. Tension is
but
pretty
not long.
unidirectional force, and like the polymer chains are able to deform enough. However, in shear, you have a more dynamic set of forces going on, and they're just kind of breaking all at once.
Shear force doesn't get spread evenly. It's highest at the edges and lower in the middle. And since superglue
Have you
is
not
so
yet?
brittle, it can't
Bro,
distribute
catch
this
up.
stress, causing the bond to fail. It's even worse if you
I
grab
need to move
one end of
chat
the
because you
surface
can't
and try to
read because
peel
of
it
the.
back. In that case, all that
No.
force is on a few polymers.
Yep.
So the chains break one by one like a zipper unzipping. Two long bars superglued together could be strong since there's a lot of surface area, but if one end breaks, the rest can easily peel off. Now,
Makes
a bond
sense.
breaking is bad, but there are some materials that superglue won't even stick to at all.
So here we have a milk bottle, and this is made out of a plastic called polyethylene. We're going to put one drop right here. But it's so weak. You can see that the glue has made a perfect film. It doesn't stick whatsoever.
The materials that superglue does not bond to, they fall into a category of materials that are known as chemically inert. And by inert, it just means that they don't have reactive sites. So superglue is so reactive because it is so electron deficient. It's looking for any source of electrons. But you have a polypropylene or a polyethylene or a Teflon, and carbon loves carbon, and carbon is not sharing its electrons. So there is nothing on the surface that is willing to donate any reactivity.
Even if you add initiators, say by spraying water, it still doesn't work. That's because these materials are hydrophobic and non-porous.
If you spray like a polypropylene sheet with water, it'll just fall off, right? You know, if you can think of like the beating up of water on a hydrophobic surface. So if you pour super glue on top of water, you'll just get like a clump of super glue on it, and then you can just peel it off.
Most superglue specifically warns against using it on polyethylene and polypropylene because it won't stick.
But this is actually a good thing. You have to have something that superglue won't stick to so it can be contained and stored without setting.
Superglue quickly found industrial applications. Its first sale was to Mason and Hanger in 1956, who used it to assemble atomic bombs.
Whoa.
Soon, different additives were devised to change the properties of pure ethyl cyanoacrylate. The monomers by themselves are very runny, almost like water, so companies added thickening agents like fumed silica to turn it into a gel. Fumed silica forms branch structures that increase viscosity. Some acid is often added to inhibit polymerization in the tube.
If you want to speed up the setting of superglue, one way is to add more negative ions, the initiators that start the polymerization reaction.
You can buy accelerators specifically for this purpose off the shelf, but a number of DIYers and handymen use baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. It reacts with moisture in the air to produce hydroxide ions. So when you add superglue, it sets even faster due to all those ion initiators. Plus, it forms a really hard composite substance. You can layer superglue and baking soda to strengthen a joint and fill gaps.
Interesting. Wow.
After setting.
That's a good tip. Whoa.
Speeds up the polymerization of superglue.
There are plenty of uses for that I see.
Plastic droplets. The glue sets quickly, but not fast enough to keep the whole stream connected. But with baking soda dissolved in the water, the superglue sets even faster. This creates a continuous length of polymer, which is really cool to see. But the resulting plastic is fragile and can easily be crushed. If you want to glue things underwater with superglue, the key is actually to slow the polymerization down. With a gel cyanoacrylate, the thickeners slow the reaction, giving you enough time to apply and attach objects.
Wow, there it is. Glued underwater. It's not even a perfect fit. I didn't put it together quite right. But it's still stuck.
One day, Coover's eldest son was making a model when he accidentally cut his finger. As a quick-thinking and experimentally minded father, Coover got some superglue he brought home from the lab and applied it to the cut. It instantly sealed shut. Coover immediately saw its potential in medicine, and he went to work. He envisioned a glue that could completely replace sutures. But his team soon ran into 3 key problems.
First, as superglue sets, all those bonds forming release heat.
This is a standard cotton ball. Just gonna add some liquid superglue. 86. Oh my gosh, it's starting to smoke. 93,
Oh, damn.
99.
See, I said I could be talking out of my ass.
It will make my eyes water. 120. If you do this at home, wear goggles. And probably a respirator. And probably do it outside. I'm feeling it now. It is hot. Hot to the touch.
The cotton has a lot of surface area, and it's absorbed a lot of water, so the superglue sets even faster than usual and releases all its heat at once. If I get it on my skin, the temperature increase wouldn't be as dramatic, but it's enough to irritate a wound.
The second problem is that over time, superglue in the body breaks down. And some of the things it breaks down into are toxic chemicals like formaldehyde. And finally, superglue is hard and brittle, unlike us. We are mostly just squishy bags of meat and water. So an adhesive for living tissue needs to be soft and flexible for the entire duration of the healing process. Remarkably, Coover and his team found that all of these problems could be solved with a single change to the molecule.
Simply increase the number of carbons in the alkyl chain. With longer carbon chains, it takes more time for the monomers to bind together, which slows down the rate of reaction. This slows the rate of heat released, so there's not a significant temperature increase all at once.
The longer polymers also break down much more slowly, so the wound has enough time to heal before the glue starts releasing toxins into the body. It's removed before that happens.
And finally, since the reaction is slower, there's more time for the monomers to float around and form longer polymers. These longer polymers can absorb stress better than shorter chains, meaning the glue can flex more without breaking. With the main problems addressed, Coover submitted an application to the FDA in 1964 for medical superglue. The US military was very interested in Coover's adhesive, and they developed a medical superglue spray for use in the Vietnam War. The spray saved lives. In one case, a bullet hit a 24-year-old soldier, passing through his kidney and liver. After part of his liver was removed, they gave him 12 liters of blood. That's enough to replace all the blood in his body twice over. But the bleeding just wouldn't stop. By conventional methods, he was gone. But then the surgeons sprayed superglue directly on the liver. The bleeding stopped, vital signs returned to normal, and the soldier recovered. Despite its success on the battlefield, medical superglue was held up in bureaucratic red tape for years, so long that Coover had to abandon the project. It wasn't until 1998 that he saw his dream of a medical glue approved,
Dear
a 2-octyl cyanoacrylate that he...
Dear Mr. Barefoot. Barefoot. I mean, chemical. Did he walk barefoot?
He saw his dream of a medical glue approved, a 2-octyl cyanoacrylate called Dermabond. Medical superglue has now grown to be a $900 million a year industry. In the 74 years since Coover's accidental discovery, cyanoacrylate has grown to become a $3 billion industry. But its impact doesn't stop there, because now scientists are turning to Coover's original research.
But I mean, yeah, still in a life or death situation. Survival, zombie apocalypse, type shit. Glue is the only thing you have. Like piece of cloth and glue. Yeah, it will hurt. fucking hurting anyway.
Use as a plastic. And it could well solve one of the biggest problems the planet faces: how to recycle the mountain of plastic we produce each year. Manufacturers can shred, melt, and reform other plastics, but the polymers degrade, so the quality is worse and the process generates microplastics.
So you can only recycle mechanically and thermally like that a certain number of times before you get a material that's kind of useless. It still will sit in the environment and it won't break down, but it's not useful.
But superglue is unique. If you heat it up to 210 degrees Celsius, it'll break back down into pure monomers. These can be distilled and then reactivated back into fresh polymer.
We have a starting material, we make it into a plastic, and then under a certain stimulus, we can turn it back to that starting material. So let's see if we can make a plastic from this, because the goal of a depolymerizable plastic is that it's sustainable, right?
There are just two problems. First, how do you cast something that sticks to basically everything? And second, superglue on its own is brittle. So how do you stop it from breaking?
The big problem is the handleability. That was kind of the original problem. They found that, okay, this isn't a great plastic because it sticks to everything. That's how they discovered that it was an excellent adhesive. So we were faced with that same problem.
I've basically run out of glue sticks. And this is actually a really big tragedy. You know what's even worse tragedy that I think I have. Oh, that hurts to look at. I think I only have. Oh no. I only have one trititka left. Oh my god. How you spot a great electrician? Trititki. Nah, but they're so fucking useful though. They have solved my flat would not be in such an optimized and creative way with not Trititki and hot glue.
But Coover didn't have the modern plastics we have today. Polypropylene, polyethylene, and Teflon are so inert, they don't activate superglue.
Trititka, zip tie. Zip ties. Trititka. Zip tie. I heart Trititki.
Are the perfect materials to handle the monomers.
So we were able to actually handle it. So that was, huge check. We can actually work with this material.
Next, to reduce brittleness, you need superglue to form long chains that tangle together. And this problem can actually be broken down into two parts.
First, a lot of initiators means lots of short polymer chains. Second, as the superglue sets, the existing chains freeze and they can't connect together. There also might be some unused monomers that can't get into the right spot to attach.
If you can solve both these issues, you get longer chains.
The first fix is to use a very weak base. By mixing in a little bit of this weak base, there are enough initiators to start the polymerization reaction, but not too many, so the polymer chains end up being longer.
We use DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, which in no other context would be used as an initiator, but it was just electronegative enough that we were able to initiate a reaction that could go slowly and proceed
I like your glasses.
in a way that produced a nice solid plastic.
Next, you need a solvent, in this case, acetone.
And what a solvent is it's just a media that dilutes the conditions. It does not participate in the reaction. Usually it provides additional mobility.
After mixing the glue and initiator into the acetone, the mobile polymers are able to form even longer, more stable chains than usual. And after a while, all the superglue sets. The acetone evaporates and the new plastic is removed.
Whoa.
To reuse it, just heat it up and distill it to get back superglue monomers.
So I would, on average, get around 93%, which is excellent.
Compared to that, even the most widely recycled plastics can't return to the same quality, and they can only be downcycled once or twice before ending up in landfill.
I'm Superglue's biggest fan, But I hope that it can actually have a real impact in terms of sustainability and kind of revolutionizing how we look at plastics and how we look at materials that, you know, we've existed with for decades. You know, okay, what if we use this for something else?
Coover said it took the right mindset to see cyanoacrylate as a great adhesive. The first time he worked with it, he was thinking about gun sights and nothing but gun sights. Its sticky qualities were a pain. The second time he encountered it, his colleagues fixated on the broken refractometer, but he could finally see the quality that frustrated him as a benefit. And then, after decades of researchers only viewing it as a useful adhesive, it took another flash of inspiration to see its potential as a plastic once more.
Yeah.
As Coover said,
Yeah.
this should serve as a reminder to all of us to be open-minded and curious enough
Obama.
to pursue
Let me be clear.
unexpected results.
Let me be
which
near.
may unlock new secrets.
Let
and
me
lead
some steer.
New and exciting discoveries
Let me drink
of
beer.
the future.
I got no more.
Cooper's ability to look beyond roadblocks and see the breakthroughs on the other side is a skill that...
Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. Now, right. Right. Yeah, okay. Oh. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. Okay. And like you, but like, yeah. Okay. A bit darker. Yeah, okay. I want like you, but like, yeah, okay. And I mean swan. Alright. And it was like something like that. Drake. Something like that. No. Right? Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it, Mr. Krabs? Are you seeing it, Mr. Krabs? Wait, I can't see chat. There it is. Alright. Right. Up. It needs a different color. Different color. Different color. Like boom. 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 Something like that, yeah. And Drake. It's from yesterday. It's the constellations that I confidently have learned. I know, right? Are the ones that are sticking out of my mind. Is it no, it's not. Stellarium. What? Right. Not that one. This one, yeah. Web. No, I'm not inventing. Jesus, here's the that's the Little Dipper, right? No, that's the Big Dipper, the Big Bear. If that's little, where's small? Is small not visible yet? Wait. Constellations. I guess that's Andromeda. Where was it's Cassiopeia? Draco. There's been alright. There's Bear. Right, because Dragon is how close was I? Wait, I need to pull up both things on the stream. Wait. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, well, I was a bit off. Wait, I'll show, it'll be visible, wait. It was a bit off. You see it, Draco? Yeah? I mean, almost, but okay. It's kind of giving Hydra more, right? It's, no, it's a real raccoon. Also, it's called Swag. Right, there's Draco. Where's Cygnus? Oh, I got it a bit off, right? Because this is Swan. Wait, fuck off. Swan. Show me this one. Show me this one. Yeah. Oh. Fuck off. Ah, I lost it. Here it is. Cygnus is a northern constellation on the plane of the Milky Way, deriving its name from the Latinized Greek word for swan. Cygnus is one of the most recognizable constellations of the northern summer and autumn, and its features a prominent. Yeah, okay. Cheers. So the swan, how far off? Well, wait, can you see? No, you can't really. Wait, let me move it. No, I'm not moving the right thing. I basically got it. I just have the wings the wrong way. Okay, let's fix it. Wait. Not like that. Not this way. Alright. But it goes this way. Yeah. And how many stars? How many are prominent? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then it flicks off, which leaves us with boom, boom, boom. What? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this one's a bit longer. Boom, boom. Let me look at it. Almost. Well, hold on. We're a bit off. We're a bit off. It's a bit more aggressive. Right, so let me straight out, down, up, straight out, down, up, and you go more like bum, 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 which leaves us with where? Where? This is a bit more far out, but I think that's the, yeah, let me, you guys see it? Yeah, but how many, it's just 2. What's the center star of Cygnus? Where are you? Sadr. It's just 2, right? So tonight is a party in my village. Observe the star. It's as it said in the silly little text, is one of the most recognizable stars. It says constellations. And let's do 2 and that, and it's like here and here. Right? Right? You seeing it, Mr. Krabs? Cygnus. Swan. No, the dragon. The dragon. Wait, I need some background music. Why can't I whistle? It's not working. Fucking ad. Bruh. Yes, but not you. Shush, shush. Okay. Yeah, so okay. Small bear, big bear, right? Little Dipper, Big Dipper. Mm. Like this is perfect as a first step to learn. Because look, it's this box, right? The Big Bear, Big Dipper. Big Dipper being part of the constellation Big Bear. Yeah. Here's Polaris with the little bear, right? And in between them is a dragon. Which I mean, I got the head positioning right. Okay. Wait. Yeah, you can see it quite well. I need a music change. Harsh. But this has rain. I don't want rain. It'll copyright me. Shit sucks ass. Dude, I'm kind of hungry. Ba-da-da-da. Not with rain. Chill. Lo-fi. I see the ad, bro. Alright, well, I can work with that. Okay, the head is made out of 4 stars. Etamin. As if I'm gonna... Nah. Shut the fuck up. Bro, pissing me the fuck off. Minecraft, come here. How did I not think of this sooner? Jesus fucking Christ. SMH. 4 stars. I haven't played Deltarune. Or watched. I'm a Undertale purist. Head with a long neck. It's more like a snake. I bet this dragon likes snake jazz. Alright. Okay. Hello, where's my Minecraft music? Good. I am pleased. I almost had it. Okay. No, but it had more of a snout, didn't it? Kinda. Boom. Boom. Okay, I see it. No, bitch. The fuck? Like so? Kinda? You can't see it, my bad. It's so loud, bitch. The fuck? Calm down. Right? And it has a long neck and a long way. Ain't going the long way. And then down? Or straight? Okay. Wow, that's not a star. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Never too far away from that. 4, 5. Boom. And I think I saw only like 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 3 and 4. Okay. Which leaves us. Now stay with me here. Stay with me here. Boom. 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 Whoops. Boom. 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 Hey, yo, boom. Boom. Brick, bruv. Hey, yo, boom. I'm sorry. Blood clot, last clot, pussy clot, Draco. Draco. That's not the letter D. Draco. Clot. Dragon. Okay. Now there's one more that I learned, right? Can you still see? What can you see? You can see here, okay. Wait, wrong color. Switch the color. I switched the color. Switch the color. I switched the color. Are we in the right color? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Do you want to guess what this constellation is? Do you want to guess? Do you want to guess? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, come on. Ah, fuck! I almost had it. It has one more star. It's Cassiopeia. One more star at like the tail. Whoa, so it would be... Wait. How am I... How did I draw it? You can't even see it. How is it? So it would be there. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Whoa. Like right here. Which now leads up... Ooh, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Whoa, small bitch. K A S S I O P I A. Right. Right. I mean, do I add? I mean, from this is the knowledge that I have now. But there's house. There's house near. I'm getting over. I'm getting. See. Wait. Here's swan. There's dragon. Between this, because this looks like a house. I've seen this constellation. Cepheus. Cepheus? 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 Cepheus. Cepheus. It's a house. The big house. You're seeing the house, right? Did I get it? We can't see it. You can see it. I think I got it. Wait, okay, there's one that's a bit off. Fine, fine, I'll fix it. Stop complaining. Jesus. God. It's fine now. Look. Look, she's a bit more here, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah, did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Let's connect the dots. Let's play connect dot. Cepheus. Oh, you pretty house. Might you invite me inside? Doctor House. No, houses. House. Dr. House's house. Right? Okay. From the snout of the dragon, where is Little Dipper? Okay. So there's I need to do a little bit of how did you use paint? You know, I used to draw in paint. No, that's not how I used it. No. Dude, select tools. Dude. Am I like dumb? What the fuck? There's layers? Since when is there layers in paint? Oh, this changes things. Guys. Well, not really. I'm not going to use layers. I'm an OG paint user. I'm an OG. I used to draw in paint. And, you know, drawing in paint, you would use the eraser. As the, you know, to erase it. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, but I'm actually feeling so fucking stupid right now. No. Oh, there it is. Told you. Dumbass. Jesus Christ. Wait, are you guys seeing? I'm gonna move this a bit. Yeah, there you go. Let me make you a bit smaller. Yeah, okay. And here we need to fill. Cool. Because right there, we have a little thingamabob. Little thingamabingamy. And it's the Polaris is by Dr. House. Boom. 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 That way? That way, yeah. We need to move Dr. House then. Because Dr. House here a bit out of place. Kind of there. More like here. We'll do it here. Yeah. By the way, this document will be available in my Discord for anybody wanting to study further or just observe my artwork. You're welcome. So good. Boom. Well, above Dr. House. So like here, yeah. So this is Polaris, right? And we go this and this because there's only 3 stars in the tail, right? Yeah. Yeah, and we have Little Dipper. Cool. That's really actually fun to know, right? Because the Little Dipper is like the easiest to spot in the sky. You're a bit too bright. Ursa Minora. Ursa. Oops. Ursa Minora. Deep. Polaris. You guys know what Polaris is, and if you don't, you can just figure it out. And is this one in the right place? No. No, she's not. So we need to relocate. Come on, baby boos. And I know Cassiopeia is, I don't know, in the right place. But that's just another one that I know confidently. Right, Swan, come here. Swan. Right. And okay. Well, that's not really what I want to do, right? That's kind of more what I want to do. Yeah. Got it. Can I rotate it? No. Okay, I still have it selected. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to rotate it. Is there freeform rotation? Can I? No. Oh, I can. Let me. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's still right, but cool. Because she's a bit more like so, right? Let me observe. House. Are we? Wait, you can't really see. No, because she's pointing the wrong way. There, and kind of in the right place. A bit too much tilt. Okay. A bit too much tilt. Cool. And you, my baby boo, are pointing the wrong way. Up. She points up. And it's like right here. Right? Right? Kinda. A bit more up. Okay. 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 Are we all satisfied with this? Thoughts? Opinions? Opinions? Bitch, be gone. Bitch, be gone. Bitch, be gone. Bitch, I said be gone. Be gone. Okay. Okay. I don't think I'll get a chance to look at the sky tonight because it's kind of poopy weather. What are you saying? Where the fuck are you seeing? Ah, I see it! What about this one? Yeah. Oh no, totally. I agree. It really does. It even does on the sky map. Yeah. It does look like a face. Okay. Now, honestly, into the trees, or into the leaves of the trees, I jumped in a little bit too headfirst, right? I did not establish my basis knowledge already, right? So what am I trying to learn? The shapes of the leaves, the names of the trees in Latin, right? Being able to identify a tree by the shape of its leaf and name it in Latin. Plus, probably English, Polish would be cool, yeah? So, okay. Kinda, like... No. No. Wait. They'll come back. Yes. I'm dumb to pick up such a dark... Yeah, no, I can't unsee it either. Okay. Wait. Alright. The sky map is not necessary right now. So what trees do I know? What leaves do I know? What? Well, don't you want to know? Huh? Let's start off. Wouldn't you like to know? I said it wrong. Or I lost. We have the maple tree, right? Which looks something like that. Right? And like... Yeah. And like it has ridges here as well. Yeah? Something like that. Ah, no, alright. Something like that, yeah? This is a maple. We all agree that this is a maple. I'll even add some like autumn colors. Because they get very, very pretty autumn colors, right? Right. Following, agreeing. Maple. Now maple in Latin is acer. Ass. Do I have it on 2? I want it on 1. Acer. Now, acer, just like many trees, there's very many different variations of it. One gorgeous one is, I mentioned it yesterday, is Acer japonica. Also a maple. Very cool plants. Wait, I want this one. It's on screen, yeah, you can see it now. Cool, that's how it works. Acer tree. Alright. Acer that's a Japanese. Acer. What's a maple? This is just... I want the whole Latin name. Palmatum. Japanese maple. Red maple. Rubrum. Acer. Paperback. Okay, well, I guess I can focus just on the Acer. Let's not overwhelm ourselves, right? Maple leaf. I should make it fully red. Yeah. So did I have it? Oh, I can't see. I mean, yeah. I think I have it. Right. I'm gonna make it so... No, I want pixels. No, but it needs to be bigger. I mean, yeah. You can still see it. Cool. Right? We all agree. Okay. Okay. Maple. Maple. Klon po polsku. Ha, klony. Ha, klony. Ha, klon. Okay. Now, another one. The leaves that I'm confident of. Right. We need a bit of a brighter green. Sure, I'll go with that. It would be long. Right, and whoa. Kind of, whoa. Same size leaves, right? Maybe even a bit more droopy down. This would be Thalia, willow. Right. Now I'm not sure if the leaves come out with symmetry. You know what I'm trying to say. like if they come out like that, or you know, zigzag. Okay, you're getting the point. Before I commit too much time to it, let's just look it up. Willow. Oh. They come out not willow leaf. Leaves. Ah, even more distant, even more zigzag. Yeah. Okay. Sure, let's fix that. Up. 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 Okay. And Willow is Talia. Willow, Talia. Salix, kurwa! What the fuck was Talia? Ah, Talia, a tree. Linsa. Talia. Different ones. There's the ones with these little fuckers. Okay. Salix. Salix, these nuts. Right. Yep. Pop. Hold up. Salix. Willow. Wierzba? Whoa. Wierzba? No, RZ? Wierzba? RZ. Sorry, Polish confusion. Wierzba. Okay. Right. Now, birch leaves. From my recollection, quite round. They look more like so, I think. They have a lot of stripes going on them. Now, I am not sure about this, but I will present what brain is thinking to visualize it better, right? So you can't see that color. Yeah, something like so. Is it not? Is this not what a birch leaf, I don't know, looks like? Whoops. Birch, Petula pendula. Birch tree. Leaf. Fuck! So I'm thinking of a different tree. Almost, but no, that's a different tree. Okay. So we are working with a spiky there. What? Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah. With more spikes. Spike, 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 spike. Spike, spike, spike. Whoop. And whoop. And whoop. Right, like a whoop. 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 Yeah. Yeah, whoop. 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 Sure, I can work with that. Betula. Pendula. Birch. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, wait. Birch. Kurwa! I can't remember birch in Polish. To nie sosna. Nie dąb. Kurwa. Polska. Górom. Birch. Brzoza. 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 B. Ż. O. Z. A. Okay. Right. Right. Okay, here's another tree I know. Or leaf. But we need a bit more like kind of, I want a bit more brownish. Yeah. Kind of shit color, sure. I can work with that. No, this leaf looks that's not a 2. It might be a 2. Right? It looks a bit more like not like that. More like that side. Wait. That's a big leaf though. Because it goes more like so. Yeah, but I'm thinking like too big. And then this would be quercus. Dom. Fuck. Oak. Right. Oak. When I get this finished, I should print it on a t-shirt. Yeah. Almost. I mean, yeah, basically. We're thinking a bit more ridges. I'll make it a bit more ridges. This one looks a bit flat. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. But the ridges, I'm making them like. Okay. I like that. Now that is. That's fine. That's fine. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is an oak leaf. Yes, sirree. Okay. Oh. R. C. O. Oak. O. Ak. D. Kurwa. On. B. And they make acorns. So, sorcery, you know we also draw an acorn. Sorcery. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Nope. Ooh. Ooh. Whoop. Sorry. Here's an acorn. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now, fuck. What other leaves do I confidently know? I'm thinking. The music's thinking a bit too loud for me. Hush, you're a bit too loud. I mean, there's Pinus sylvestris, right? And they do have more distinct. What's it called? When a tree doesn't have leaves, it has spikes. Spike? I mean, iglaster. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's 8:30 already. Honestly, let's go over what we learned today, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Here is what come on, I can't see it. My bad. Here is what the first official whiteboard. You guys know I have a whiteboard. There's a whiteboard there. There's a whiteboard there. Just so you know. Just so you know. What we knew already was the Little Dipper here, right? Which has Polaris, right? But a new creature has spawned around it. The dragon, Draco, right? And right on the right side, we have the swan, Cygnus, right? And they are guarding Dr. House's house, Sepnus, right? And there's Cassiopeia somewhere there. If we look on this side, we have 4 leaves that we know with confidence. And now should be able to go into a forest, find that specific leaf and tell it, hey, you are either Acer, Salix, Betula Pendula, or Quercus. But if you find the Quercus, you have to find an acorn as well. I don't care if it's not in season. Okay? Cool. I thank thee for joining this quite nice session of Animus. This is as I said, I never learned how to study. In school, I just learned in school, and it was most beneficial to do it practically, right? This was fun. This is a fun way of learning. You know, my brain feels very engaged. I feel it pulsating. Anyway, thank you, and I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Bye.